Alright, well, it's another beautiful Saturday morning here in Pennsylvania, and this is June 22nd, I think. It's actually kind of cool this morning. I did have a short sleeve t-shirt on, but I had to change to a long sleeve. But anyway, I am currently in Huntingdon County. This is Greenwood Furnace State Park. I'm on another little road trip in the area. So, this actually used to be a village surrounding an old iron furnace. That's why it's called Greenwood Furnace State Park. But the thing about this village is that it's actually, if you watch my channel, you know I like to find old villages out in the woods and stuff. But the thing with this village is it's actually been somewhat preserved. I mean, the buildings are gone, most of them I think, but it's a state park, so when you walk into the furnace and stuff, it's stuff that you can actually see. You don't have to go hunting for it out in the woods, which I enjoy doing, but it's nice to come to a place like this too. So I've never been here. But there's a map here, there's a ton of stuff here, so we'll see how much we get to. You can see the map right here, or at least some of it here. There's a whole ton of stuff to get to. So we'll see how much of it we all see. I know there's a trail that takes you to where they dug the iron out of the mountain, the ore banks they call it. I don't know if we'll make it out there or not. It's about a 1.5 mile trail. I kind of want to see what's out there, but I don't know. If the mining site is just a bunch of open pits, it's not going to be that interesting. But if there's actually like mines that go into the mountain, it would be interesting. But I don't know. We'll see what happens today, because I got other places I got to go to today as well. Well, I don't have to go to, but I want to go to as well. So, anyways, I hope you enjoy this video. We're just going to walk around, see some of the historical stuff that they have preserved here. It's a beautiful day to be out, so let's get going. And there's a sign here that says furnaces. I do believe I see them over here. I think there's two sets of them. The map calls them stacks 1 and 2, but it shows a section where it calls the upper furnace ruins too, so we'll see. I think these are stacks 1 and 2. And we'll see if we can find the other ones too, because they have a whole picture thing of how the furnaces worked. So I've shown these in other videos too. So, they would fill, the furnace is this big stone thing. They fill it with charcoal, iron ore, and limestone and stuff like that. Because it'd melt. Because they'd have the water power to, usually there's some kind of bellows. I don't know if this one looks a little different though. And here's where the iron would pour out. They call it pig iron. It'd pour out into these little things. This is the mama pig, and those are the little piglets. That's why they call it pig iron. It would flow into here and solidify. That's what they would use to transport. So, here's some older pictures. Alright, let's go see the actual furnace up there next. And here it is. I love these old furnaces. I've done a number of these in my videos, and they're all, whoops, sorry. They're all kind of the same shape, but they still all look very different from each other as well, though. They all have different looks, and they're made of different stone as well. And this one you can actually walk into a bit too. Yeah, right in here is where the actual ore would have melted. This lining would have actually gone all the way up through at one point. But it's all gone now. Cool. Almost like a little tiny cathedral. All right. I'm going to take a few pictures and I'll get back with you. Yeah, this site dates back to, what was it, 1836? But I don't think this one isn't that old though. Has some dates here. Oh, it replaces stack number 1, erected in 1833, about 62 feet north of this one. This one was erected in 1860 and is reconstructed in 35. So what you're seeing is a bit of a reconstruction. Yeah, there is one There's one over here too, which looks a little more beat up. So we'll check that one out too. So just across the way is the ruins of another one here. Another old furnace in there. I'm not sure if that's the one they were talking about on the thing, because I think there's some actually up in there. That's north. So, but this would have been another iron furnace. You know, this one is more in its natural state. It hasn't been reconstructed, so. You can see other little things going on here. This tree is cool too. Some kind of a cedar tree of some sort that I'm not familiar with. Alright, let's get a closer look at this thing. And I got some old piping in there. Not sure what that's from. I don't know if that's part of the pipe that brought water to the furnace or not. Like I said, they used water for water power to move the bellows and stuff. Put oxygen into the furnace. Cool. Although this looks newer here, like this was, I don't know, blocking something off. Alright. This is a nice little scenic spot. And you got the older one there, and then got this big old huge cedar type tree, and you can see the other furnace through there. So, alright, well I'm going to head, of course you can see some other ruins over here, but I'm going to head up to the top, see what I can find up there, because I think, according to the map and what it said on one sign, there were some older furnaces up there. The old ones are up there. So, we'll see what we can find, if there's anything up there. Looks kind of weedy, but we'll see. Try to go this way maybe. There's thistles in here. Yeah, there's looking down we were earlier. I do see some stonework up here hitting all these weeds, so I'm gonna keep making my way up there. Just getting my feet all wet here, because it's still early morning. The dew is on the grass and the weeds yet, so we're gonna continue to make our way up here, see what we can find. Really no trail here that I can see, so we just make our own trail. Whoa, bit of a ditch here. All right, get back to you. So the only thing I've seen up here is this, which looks like it could be the remains of a furnace, like the inner part of it. I don't know. Yeah, because these are the type of, whoops. Yeah, because these are the type of bricks they use. See how it's shaped? So it's, you know, they had the stack, the furnace stack. Does it say green? There's a name on there. So I guess, unless these are just piled here too, it's possible. Because just down there is the other one. The sign said that the old stack from 1833 was about 60 feet north of that one. It just seems a little more than 60 feet, so maybe it was just down the hillside here. Anyway, I don't know. I do see a bit of rock wall down there. Well, whatever is left of those older ones, it's not much. So, alright, well, we're gonna move on and get out of this weedy section. My feet are soaked now, but that's okay. Alright, so we're gonna see what else we can find here. Alright. Yeah, I just caught a picture of a bluebird over there. Pretty good picture, so I'll show that to you in a moment right here now. Probably enlarge it a little bit. Got one shot of it before it flew off, so those beautiful birds. Yeah, so that was a pretty cool shot, but I am soaked. Those are my pants. My feet, that's from walking through all those weeds. But oh well. That's the price you pay for exploring. Alright, let's see what else is out here. There is a cemetery here somewhere, but I think it's on the other side of the road, but we'll get there eventually. But here, according to the map, this is the old blacksmith shop and a wagon shop. Because they have some, these are probably reconstructions of what the ore carts look like. You know, these were what they would have used to haul the iron ore to the furnace from the mines. Like I said, this would have gone, these would have gone up to where I mentioned those ore banks were at the beginning of the video. Two different kinds of them. Got a better look of them here in the shade a little bit. Alright, well, I don't really know if we can go into the shop. I doubt it. Probably been reconstructed as well, to some extent. Here's a more interesting one. I don't think this one was used to carry ore. This is where you would sit, I guess. What do we call this? The buckboard. It's got the springs. You would sit up here. So. Yeah, no, one time they used mules and stuff to haul the ore and the ore carts to this location, which might have been what this one was used for, but later on they had a railway, or a tramway they called it. That's what those other ones are for. Alright. Oh yeah, there it says Blacksmith shop. Alright, we're going to keep on going. There's a site up here where the schoolhouse was from the 1860s. There's a boarding house, and I think the bookkeeper's house is up here. I think some of these places are gone. Some might just be foundations. Let's check things out here. Yeah, so somewhere around here was the boarding house. There's nothing left of it, but they do have a little information for here. You can pause the video and read that if you want to. You know, it was, let's see, until 1933. They did do some excavation here back in 2001. Boarding house, oh here it goes. It was providing home for single men and temporary workers. So, anyway, I guess I could have lived here. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, there's nothing left here, even foundation-wise. So, anyway, let's move on. So. Alright, so we've made our way into the woods. Of course, this is much more to my liking. And up here it has a sign for the schoolhouse site. So let's see if there's anything to see here. Yeah, schoolhouse site. So let's see what we can see. If anything. I will get back to you if I find anything. Well, there are some rocks here. So, I mean, there's always rocks out in the woods, but these are kind of lined up. Oh yeah, there's a little mound here. Some old plastic and stuff. There's a mound back here as well, so this could have been the chimney stack. You know, those old schoolhouses did have a chimney stack. They did at least have one of the little pot-bellied stove or something in there to keep the place somewhat warm. So that's probably what this was here. So, and there are some other stones here. So this is really all that's left of the schoolhouse. And it's from 1869, so yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting to think, you know, kids came to school here at one time. Probably from the parents of the people that worked at the furnace and stuff. This is where they came to school, the kids. So now it's this, back to woods. Nothing left. Kids would have had to have been tortured with English and science and math. And they get to go outside and play around here somewhere. And now it's just forgotten memories. Alright, well from here I'm going to head back to where I parked and walk to the other side of the road, and there's supposed to be some sites over there. That's where the cemetery is in the 1860s. And there's an old church back there too, from 1867 or 69. We'll check that out. And some remains of a sawmill and a grist mill. We'll see what that's all about as well. So, and then from there I'll decide what I do next. I'm still just determining in my mind if I want to walk that old tramway trail to see what's the iron mines look like. I'll figure that out later. So I was walking past this milkweed, just wondering if the monarch butterflies are here yet, and there's one right there. Try and get a closer look at it. If it doesn't fly away. There it landed. I lost track of it. I'll get back to you. Well, I don't know if you actually saw that monarch butterfly or not. I kind of lost track of him. He flew off then. So it's one thing when you see it with your eyes, but then trying to find it on the camera is a little difficult sometimes. So there's definitely a lot of critters enjoying these milkweed plants. If you're not familiar with the milkweed, it's the monarch butterflies only plant that the caterpillars eat off of. So they lay their eggs on here. All right, I'm gonna look around a little bit more, see if there's any other critters in this milkweed. And of course the bees are out here. They're enjoying that too. Alright, well, we'll leave the milkweed alone. Get back to our original plan here. Let's go and find that cemetery. So here's the old church, established 1867. Looks like they still have services here every once in a while. So I did try the door. The door is unlocked, so I think we'll go inside actually. I was pretty sure it'd be locked up, but... Oh, there's like another door here. Oh, wow. Oh, it smells like an old church. Cool. Has that echo to it in here as well. And you got the hard, uncomfortable pews to sit in. No air conditioning. All right. I guess I can be a preacher for the morning. Reverend Zeller. Or maybe not. All right. It is warm in here. It's cool outside, but it actually is warm in here. So, I guess they could open the windows. But back in the old days, they didn't have no air conditioning, that's for sure. The hard pews. All right, cool. I'm glad we got to come inside. It's actually pretty. I mean, it's just a little old church, but it's kind of neat. I think. Oh, you know what? This is the one. Oh, yeah, I read about this. There's tons of bats up in the top, if I remember correctly. Reading. Maybe they got rid of them, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if we can get up there or not. We'll see. Anyway, cool little church. Alright, I'm glad we got to get inside. I was going to be pretty sure it's locked, because lots of, they have to lock these places due to all the idiots that come out here and vandalize stuff. Spray paint and everything. Anyway, I did, in this little vestibule thing, I did see a little cross, little things in the ceilings you could push up to go up into the attic, but there's no way for me to get up there. I doubt they really want me crawling around up there anyway. Alright, well, we're going to move on. We're going to try and find that cemetery now. So, alright, let's get going. Cool little church though. Alright, I do believe I see the cemetery down here, so we have arrived. Got a little memorial out here in the front. This memorial erected in honor of the soldiers of the Revolution and Civil Wars, the American Legion. So there's some war veterans in here. Well, let's check things out a little bit. Has a typical look of, you know, those old cemeteries. So as always, there's a variety of stones in here. This one just says Mother. We got Lawrence here. Died 1881, age 6 months. Fondly loved, sadly missed. Got some other ones, some nicer looking one here. Patton Troy, 1847 to 1926. And as always with a lot of these old cemeteries, some of these little markers are just little stones with nothing on them. I mean, that one has a set of initials on it. A lot of these are just children too, once again. Aged, so let's say, that one was 17 years old. Here's one that's, I think it's just aged 2 months. Thomas. Here's another one. Here's Henry, 10 years. So these are all children. All these little ones. You always find a lot of children at these old cemeteries. You know, a lot of my viewers have commented on that as well. You know, times were tough back then. You know, children didn't survive like they do today. Here's a Civil War veteran. I guess, I don't know if that's, they have a marker here for him. I don't know if that's his tombstone up there, but there's no name, but they, so there must be records somewhere of all who's buried here, because they knew that there was a Civil War veteran here. Yeah, here's another marker, no name, that has the Civil War marker here. GAR, Grand Army of the Republic. Alright, so here's our Revolutionary War veteran, or at least one of them that's in here. It says Revolutionary War in there, but this tombstone, just a rock. Don't even have the name here. Like there's another moss-covered, you know, grave marker. We have Margaret. Quite aged. Does that say six years? Here's some more children. Amanda, aged. Say 1 year. Can't read some of these so well, but see, these are more children. Oh, and up here's another Revolutionary War veteran. Yeah, just these older. You can tell these are laying down flat at one point. Looks like they're recently put back up again. They're barely legible. Here's a Susanna, 18 something. I can't read that real well. But here's the other Revolutionary War veteran. Once again, nothing to see on his tombstone though. Alright, well I'm not going to read every single tombstone that's here, but I do love these old cemeteries. They just have a feel to them. But anyway, I'm going to move on. See what I can find of those old mill sites that I mentioned. I think it was a flour mill and a grist mill, or no, a sawmill and a grist mill. So we'll see if there's anything cool down there with those. So I do hear the water right down here, right? Alright, well we're off trail again. The map didn't show a trail going to the sawmill site, so we'll see if there's anything. I don't know if there's anything to see down here or not, or if they just marked the spot on the map. They said it's pre-furnace. It's a pre-furnace site, so the furnace was 1833, so the sawmill was prior to that, so there really may not be a whole lot left to see down here, but we're gonna check it out. All right. There is some sort of an old road down here, so that's a good sign. I haven't really seen any ruins yet, so I might be going the wrong way too. Alright, I've encountered this mess now, so yeah. I mean, I'm at the spot on the map. There's kind of a drop off here, so maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to give up on this little search here. Yeah, maybe if it was winter time, you'd be able to see better. But I'm gonna go look for that. I'm gonna go look for the remains of the grist mill now. There was a trail that led to this one, to that site, but not to here. So I'm gonna get out of here, find an easier site to check out. So anyway, let's get out of here. Alright, so here they have a sign for the grist mill. So, I'm not sure. It looks, I think I do see something interesting down there. So we'll try to get down there if we can. Alright, not sure if this is the exact site. It might have been like the waterway for the mill, because it used water power from the, maybe this was, that's what it looks like. It looks like there's a ditch here. It's raised up on this end over here. So I'm thinking that that's what this is right here. Oh, somebody didn't make it down here. A whole bunch of feathers. Somebody got eaten. Yeah, because right down there's the creek. So that's what this was. This was the waterway. Or the mill race, I guess they called it. Probably. So there's some old stonework here, but right up here is the highway. So, and on the park map, it shows the highway going right through. It shows ruins on either side of the road. So I think the highway went right through the ruins of the old mill site, probably. Anyway, here's a bunch of course, this may not be from the mill either. These stones, or maybe they are. Oh wow, this is nice here. Yeah, so this lakeside trail is pretty cool. I'm going to look for a place to take a break, to have a little snack and some water. Find a little place along the lake here, somewhere to sit, enjoy myself. Nice little, it's like, I would say a little quarter mile back there, so it's a nice little trail around the lake here, actually. This is actually a really nice spot here I picked to sit down and take a break. So, yeah, nice little, it's not a huge state park, but it's a nice little one actually. They have a little beach area across the lake here. A little chilly today to be swimming, but there's some kids out there. So, it's a nice little family-friendly park too, if you're looking for a place to come. There are quite a few trails here. I'm only on the one kind of here, and some of the other ones, little ones, that are going to like historical areas. I'm not going to be going to those iron mines today, the ore banks. I think I'll pass on that today. You can get mad at me for that, but I got some other places to go to today. And this time of year isn't always the best to go looking for places like that. And I'd like to do some more research on what's out that way before I go out there as well. So I'll save that for another time. I'll be back in the area again sometime. So anyway, in a moment, I'm going to continue on a hike here in a moment. Well, I've made it back to my old girl here, and we're gonna head on out here. I think, like I said, I got other places to go. There's more here to do. Like I said, there's a lot of trails here, a lot more history, a lot more nature to see. But I only got so much time today to do things. So, and I got some other areas I want to go to that I really want to go to. Some places I've been planning on going to for a while. So, anyway, I'll be back someday, baby. So, I'll see you around. Thanks for watching.